Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my YouTube channel and on my video today. I really appreciate you being here. And I'm so happy to be filming a sit-down video, if you will. I can't believe there's like a terminology for the different type of content I'm creating, but if you're aware, I am going live on Twitch most days, and then I upload like different segments we do. If we like watch, you know, like a Shane video or a Jeffrey video, I upload them on my channel. The reason for that is because if there's nothing really to talk about in a sit-down video, I don't want to BS you and sit down here and tell you information that I could film in a TikTok and drag it out over 15 minutes, whereas it comes more naturally for watching a video and stuff. So they have been being uploaded if I wasn't going to upload a sit-down video that day, so I appreciate that people have been watching them. I appreciate that people, you know, like this type of content. Trust me, I'm here to give you whatever you want, and I'm excited for today's video. I haven't done one of these in a while. I promise you there's just been little to talk about. It hasn't been that I've been avoiding doing it or whatever, because again, I have literally been going live on Twitch like every single night for the past like 2 months. Whenever I get it, I'll give it to you, but I also don't want to rush out information and then you're like, this video was awful. You can think the video is awful either way, but I'm trying to do my best so it's not. But anyway, sorry. See, this is the problem with these sit-down videos. I get way too comfortable and I start oversharing. So we're going to talk about Trisha Paytas today. She has been talking about all of these new projects in her life for the longest time. I just realized the arm of my chair could go up, so now I can go back the waist. Love it. She's been talking about these projects that have been happening in her life, basically as a way of F you, you know, I'm still popular, I'm still, you know, grinding, I've got, you know, all the things in the work. She's been talking about that she has like 100 podcasts coming. She talks about the fact that she has 100 reality TV shows coming. She has 100 documentaries coming. She has 100 merchandise things. She's getting offered money everywhere. She has 10 more babies on the way. She does all this as, and it comes across as a deflection in terms of like very being insecure. And listen, I, at times, can be the most insecure person ever, so I completely get it, and that's why I can recognize it in Trisha. I think she is a very insecure person. Coming from an insecure person, I'm deeply insecure, and whenever I see it in other people, Trisha is a clear example of it, where she, like, is overcompensating for everything. So it's always very apparent whenever Trisha's numbers are down that she has to tell you that she's got the most amount of work ever. Or, you know, if she's, like, her most unhappy. She's her happiest yet. I've done it myself. I've been that person. And I will be that person again in the future. Thankfully not right now, but... and one of the things, by the way, she hinted at the fact that she's doing a podcast with Colleen Ballinger, which I think is so funny, because Colleen Ballinger used to tell me all the time that she used to just tell Trisha what Trisha wanted to hear because she didn't want to piss Trisha off. So I would love for that podcast to come into fruition, because it would be like my... Can you imagine, like, what a better podcast? Colleen Ballinger and Trisha Paytas. Can you imagine the content I would make out of that? And Trisha's so excited about it, being like, oh my god, I'm going to create a podcast with Colleen. Whenever I saw the clip and everyone was like, can you make a video on it? Honestly, it just screams to me that Colleen's telling Trisha what she wants to hear so that Trisha doesn't turn on Colleen. But anyway, that's for a different thing. So one of the projects that Trisha is doing is the documentary. Now, I want to film, like, a more in-depth video on what has happened, but Trisha's documentary was on the subreddits against her. And by the way, we are going to be getting to, like, I have, like, a bunch of information that I'll pull up right behind me here just to kind of reference myself to, like, not side too much. So Trisha was doing this documentary, and is doing this documentary with Mike Klum, which is about, you know, the harassment on Reddit. And it was with the Trishyland subreddit and then the Trishyland Wifey subreddit, which were two subreddits on Reddit, which were dedicated to calling Trisha Paytas out in any way. There was a lot of hate speech on them, and there was a lot of posts that were really important. There were posts that, you know, and I always was someone who said that I would never say a strong opinion on any of the Reddits, because, like, I could agree with them and then I would see a post that I don't agree with. Or I would see 5 posts I don't agree with and I would see 10 I do agree with. So I never really gave a proper standing on the subreddits, but I do think at a certain stage, to wipe out snark Reddits, to wipe out criticism, to wipe out anything like that, is like curating your perfect kind of social media, and it's unfair that one creator gets to do it and not anyone. I mean, every single YouTuber has a snark Reddit, every single YouTuber has hate online, so if you're, anyway, a different topic, but all of those Reddits have now been deleted, like permanently deleted. Trishyland was deleted, you know, last year, and Trisha Lamb Wifeys has now been deleted. And then there was another one, because trust me, people love to fill my DMs with this, as if it's like the morning news for me. There was another one called, like, Trisha Paytas Exposed, or Exposing Trisha Paytas. That one got taken down. Then there was another one, Trisha Paytas Something, got taken down as well. So, like, Reddit are now deleting any form of subreddit about Trisha Paytas, which again is very ironic considering there are so many snark Reddits about every other creator out there, and they're still up, but whatever. I also think at a certain stage a snark Reddit does have a purpose. I'm not endorsing any subreddit here or any post that they'll make, but all I'm gonna say is a lot of snark Reddits, including ones about family channels, actually detail things that need to be stopped and things that need to be, so silencing the snark instead of the person causing the issues is a little bit, you know, iffy in my opinion. So now you're making a documentary on something that's not even an issue anymore. All the subreddits are gone. There's nothing happening over on Reddit from what I'm seeing except for what I was being sent here, which was a bunch of screenshots talking about this new reality show that Trisha has been talking about. Now, this was on another subreddit. I can't remember what the name was, but it was like something Trisha, something Paytas, so it was like a little bit worded differently. I got this sent on Twitter DM, so I appreciate that. And this new reality show she's been talking about, she's been hyping this up like she got asked to do a reality show, and, you know, they really wanted her, and, you know, they were craving Trisha Paytas, and, you know, the haters said she would never get a job again, but, like, reality TV is gagging for her again, and, you know, her Celebrity Big Brother days, like, they're gagging for her. She's been hyping this up like this. Okay, spoiler, bring back to earth. The reality show is not about her at all. Do you want to take a guess at who the reality show's about? Moses. Bitch! Who's watching that? The reality show is about Israel and Israeli people from Los Angeles that it doesn't, like, really feature Trisha at all. Nor does it really feature Moses at all. Moses is just one of the people that they're following in the reality TV show, and Trisha gets, like, a mention. So, we're gonna read this, right? So this is the reality show, y'all. This is it. It's now been leaked. This is the reality show that Trisha Paytas has been hyping up, that haters, you can try cancel me, but I'm gonna be on reality TV show again with my own show. Then these things started to get leaked, and Trisha was like, oh, I never said it was about me. I never said it was about me. Anyway. Blue and White Hollywood, the first docu-reality show about Israelis, sorry, in Los Angeles is underway. After 6 months of preparations and the organization of a secret launch party that would not embarrass the Mossad. So, the production was presented that will shake Israeli Los Angeles in the coming month. 5 prominent Israelis in the community receive and will be filmed under, you know, close surveillance while doing lifting tasks and events during Passover and, you know, different things like the Holocaust Independence Day. Who are the heroes of the series? What difficulties did the producers encounter while filming? So it's like all done now as well. Will it be broadcast on Israeli TV screens and experiences from different launch parties in the Hollywood Hills? So basically talking about what the show is going to be about. On the eve of Passover, dozens of personalities in the Israeli community gathered in Los Angeles to launch a new reality TV docu-show created by Coda Communications, which will be broadcast on channel Reshit in Israel. The project was created by a group of television creators in Israel who have been working on it for the past 6 months. We thought viewers in Israel would be very interested in the Israeli life in LA, says one of the show's creators. We interviewed and tested a lot of worthy and interesting people, so we found none of them, so we went to Moses Hackman. But at the end of the day, we found no one interesting, so we settled. It's television with its own format and rules, and our goal is to create a mix of diverse and interesting TV shows. 8 crew members came from Israel, specifically for the filming of this show, which is an original project of the Channel 13 franchise. They came to the City of Angels. Mama, I've been to that city, and that is no City of Angels. City of Devils. To follow the lives of the 5 successful Israelis chosen from the Israeli community in LA. Oh, so it was voted on who this would be, apparently? The choice of participants was not easy, especially in LA, where Israelis are not an audience but a community of people of action who leave their mark wherever they go, and indeed many names were thrown into the air, many suitable but only 5 were chosen. There she is! Successful, diverse, and opinionated is what they're saying about Trishy. Until the eve of the launch, only secret partners knew who the people involved were, even though Trisha was telling it all over her social medias. Everyone else was guessing. It turns out that it was difficult at the casting stage to choose the participants. After all, there is no shortage of interesting and successful Israelis in Los Angeles. We were looking for successful, diverse, opinionated people who have always something to say. Well, you find that in Trisha maybe a couple of years ago, because she'll tell you she's boring now, apparently. Many in the community are active both in the community and the success in liberal professions outside of the community. We wanted a diverse group, they told the producers. The launch night began and guests began to arrive as the entire event was filmed and documented. All dressed in their best shirts. Jay Pinney was responsible for the excellent music, and sandwiches were served, and the Israeli flag was flying, salads and fruits were there, and French macaroons, blah, 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 blah. Slowly, the guests started to arrive. Thanks to the fact that there were a lot of guests, it was very easy to have a small, pleasant conversation. The event, which was invite-only, was attended by program participants, their guests, close family, and friends. And then we go on, and it basically says, the project itself, as mentioned, follows the lives of them who are successful. They searched all year to find them, and they will be filmed here during the month of Israel, which takes place throughout the month of April. The month of Israel began with Passover, continued with, different events like we previously mentioned, and ends with the Independence Days. Without a doubt, the most Israeli month that there is. Alright, then we go on. So who are the stars of the series? So we have everyone else, and then we have Moses Hackman. So then we go on, and this is what it says about Moses. Alright, so keep in mind, this is what Trisha told us was her reality show. Do you want to see her big mention? Wow, it must suck that Trisha, got with Moses so that, he would always be in the shadow and she'd be the star. Now she's the... Moses Hackman, 45... I just always will never, I just don't see him as an age. I see him like, I just don't see him as an age. Like 45 in theory makes sense, but it just doesn't seem right. He's an architect and an artist, apparently. He arrived in Los Angeles in 2002, my birth year, and is married to a network personality, Trisha Paytas, which is, Trisha's spelled the different version of Trisha. They very clearly are so happy to have you, Trish. Who has millions of followers on social media. Together they create Jewish content on social media. That's all it says about them. Meanwhile, look at the length of the other people's ones. I just want you to know that this was teased as like a big project from Trisha. From Trisha. So here we have another example of maybe twisting the truth a little bit. Maybe. So here we just have more information about the show, blah, 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 blah. Oh, how did that get there? So anyway, let me know your opinion of this. We can talk about this down below. I appreciate you being here. I just think it's funny that for so long she hyped this as like, the reality TV wants me again, and then this got leaked and she was like, no, it was never about me. It was just like something I was involved in. Let me know. We'll talk about it down below. I appreciate you being here, and have a good day. And bye.